All right, it's time for Mayor Monday. Now we're heading across the interstate bridge to check in with one of our area's biggest communities. Of course, that would be the city of Vancouver.
From its waterfront to downtown, Vancouver is seeing some major economic growth right now, and the city now looking into the next big steps forward. Joining us live with some updates for our community is Vancouver Mayor Ann McInerney Ogle. Good morning. Always nice to have you on the show.
Good morning, Ken. Good morning, Travis. It's a beautiful day on our side of the river.
Yeah, well, let's talk about some of the things you've got going on in your central city core there. Vancouver's Main Street Promise Project. You're talking about fully reconstructing Main Street. Could be taking another big step forward at tonight's city council meeting. So tell us what's happening with that.
You're absolutely right. It's a complete makeover of that lower Main Street area. That's the heart of the city, the old core, if you would. So we took our federal ARPA money, about $21 million, and said we want to make it a significant investment in downtown. That hasn't been done in many, many decades. So new sidewalks, street lighting, all the festival lighting. You have some great video there that shows all the signal upgrades, replacement of all the sewer, water, and everything else that is there. But the development team has been working with the community on this for quite some time. We want, as you can see from the cars and bicycles and pedestrians, we want that safe, accessible, and that connected transportation system. So we'll be supporting our Main Street businesses, but we want to make this a vibrant destination for everyone.
Well, I feel like it feels like every other week there's this new rendering of this beautiful proposal that's happening in Vancouver. It is expanding and developing at such a rapid pace. With that said, not far from Lower Main Street, you've made some significant progress on that Waterfront Gateway project. What else can you tell us about that?
That's about 6.5 acres. It's behind City Hall, mostly south of Esther Short Park, over to the railroad berm. So the council approved the development agreement of it last month, and we'll be looking at what could that be. So we have some preliminary designs, about 400 housing, 25%, about 100 of them will be permanently affordable. But we have shopping, dining, and about 2 acres of open space. So that's what we're asking the community to help us with, the design of that entire area. But it's pretty exciting stuff. They'll be finishing the designs and the permits in 2024, start construction 2025.
Yeah, I know I sound like a broken record here every time we talk to you, but I really love your waterfront area, and it seems to be something new every time we go over there. So what's happening right now on the waterfront?
Well, you see the new parking structure that the developer is building. You also see Zoom Info. Those are the 2 towers that are going up on the far west side of it with that view corridor. There you go, right down through the center of it. And then, of course, the Port of Vancouver is building Terminal 1. So they're sucking out hundreds and hundreds of pilings out of the mud that were put in over 100 years ago. But they kind of have to jiggle them and pull them out. So that's going to take a while for them to do that. But they're building that whole section also.
It's a big project. I will say this is a good. I'm excited to hear about the parking garage project, because every time on a whim that I've gone to Vancouver on a Friday without maybe a reservation, it is a battle. It's a battle to find that parking spot. So
and they've got a big parking lot right there too.
Absolutely. So that's a good problem though, because people are definitely busy in pumping their money into the local economy. Got to switch gears just a little bit here. So earlier this year, the Vancouver Police Department rolled out its camera program, starting with the deployment of those body-worn cameras. What's the latest right now? Where are they at in that program? Is it fully up and running? Where does that stand?
Well, back in the springtime, we got all the body cameras on everybody, including the chief. So then in September, finally, supply chain brought in the car cameras. So we have 120 vehicles. The front area will show the cameras going out, and then they put the camera in the back. But you're talking about $5.5 million. About a third of that came from the federal government. Thank you, senators. And then the rest, 3 million, came from the city. So I suspect we'll have all of the cameras in by Thanksgiving, but it takes a while to put all the software and the infrastructure and the data management and the storage and everything else. But we'll get it done here in a pretty short amount of time.
Yes.
But we're excited. This public safety has been a priority for everybody, including the officers. So we're looking forward to all of that.
Yeah, and we'll be watching that closely here in Portland because we just finished our body camera pilot program. So I'm sure they'll be looking at what you're doing in Vancouver and seeing how we can make our program good as well. Vancouver Mayor.
We'll be happy to share.
Vancouver Mayor Ann McInerney-Ogle, thank you for joining us.
You bet.
And to stay up to date on what's happening in cities across our area, check out our previous Mayor Monday segments on KOIN.com. You can just click on the AM Extra tab.
I was up there,